Oh! 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 No! Oh, Kumas! No, no, no! Cliffhanger! I lost! Ah! Hey guys, how's it going? Too Lazy for Life here, back at you again with another episode of Unlimited Blade Works. So we're on episode 19 now. Last episode was the mega hype episode where Archer just title dropped on us. The name of the show, Unlimited Blade Works. It turned out that it was his noble phantasm this entire time. That reality marble, a wasteland full of swords that symbolized essentially the end of his life, the true meaning of what chasing after Kiritsugu's dream that entire time had led him down to. That was the end of the road for him, and it was essentially the same outcome as Kiritsugu's. Just a wasteland of bodies, nothing but death and destruction in his futile attempt to try and save everybody, to try and save the world, and to try and make no one in the future suffer, to end all world conflict. But at the end of the day, he soon realized that you couldn't save everybody, just like what Kiritsugu told him before he passed away. Shiro cannot save everybody. That's what it means to be a champion of justice. But Shiro, being the ignorant little twat that he was, didn't listen. He wanted to chase after Kiritsugu's dream for him. He wanted to become that champion of justice that Kiritsugu failed to be. And, well, he got slapped in the face by reality just as hard as Kiritsugu did. And in the end, he was standing there upon his hill of swords in bitterness and spite and regret, and was just hating on the world for having betrayed him his entire life, all the way up till the very end. His ideal betrayed him because, well, that ideal was pretty much impossible to achieve. You literally cannot save everybody. To save one person means to not save another. Okay, Shiro, that's what it means to be a champion of justice. And, yeah, somehow Shiro actually managed to see the inner workings of the Unlimited Blade Works reality marble. Well, I mean, obviously, because, you know, Shiro is Archer, so I guess they had some kind of connection. Even though Shiro knows nothing about this noble phantasm in his current self, he can probably still somewhat commune with his future self and be able to see, I guess, the technicalities of something that he created in the future. And yeah, he started to project even more swords, and they were coming out fast, man. And it was tracing brand new swords like in an instant to counter that volley Archer sent at them that were gonna skewer them if they hadn't done something about it. In the end, Unlimited Blade Works didn't work out for Archer. He couldn't kill Shiro, so he kidnapped Rin as an insurance policy, and then he fucked off. And yeah, now they're gonna have to chase after him and have another showdown. And during that time, oh boy, that little fucker Shinji just came out of nowhere, and he's about to have Tosaka for himself. It seems, if no one's gonna come save her, because it seems like Archer doesn't give a crap anymore. So that's where we got up to last time. So let's see where we're gonna get up to this time, shall we? Let's go. The heck? Idealism's end. I finally put two. There cannot be two pendants. Yeah, Rin didn't have a fucking catalyst. She assumes she summoned a random servant. But you can't summon one by chance. There must always be a link. So she summoned the one that best suited her, right? I must bear witness to this battle. Why are you so intent on killing Shiro? I can't accept him. I'm nothing but a counter guardian. The heck is a counter guardian? That's some kind of heroic spirit. Oh! Oh, he just slapped her. Fuck you, Shinji! Oh, die already! Fuck you, get off my screen! Get off my screen, you fuck! Why are you still alive? Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! I already know his ideal is a mistake. This man's life has no value. Oh, God. Didn't you know what her wish was? I should have never become king. The fuck is it? What? I made a pact with the deterrent force. Oh my god. Oh. He just spent his whole life killing people. In the end, it just never ended. This was not the world that I dreamed of! Free of fighting! I just didn't want anyone in the world that I knew to cry. You're so ignorant. Oh my god. Yeah, it was just a shallow dream. Oh, the irony! Archer spent his whole life just killing people, and I guess he didn't even get to see all the thousands he saved. Like, they're not in view. So all he sees... Heroic spirit Amiya! Heroic spirit kill yourself. I've decided her these 10 years. Since after this Great War began? Or does the beginning mean the previous war? Oh! It was you who killed my dad! Oh my gosh! Oh damn, Rin's mad. Wow. And Shinji just doesn't give a shit, man. All he cares about is fucking Rin's cooch. I'm sick of cleaning up humans' mess. But as a heroic spirit, I'm doomed to it for all eternity. If I could just disappear. Yeah, if you go and kill someone who was meant to be a hero in the past, then they'll never be a hero in the future. Oh my god. Archer, man, with the fucking 200 IQ, thinking out of the box, big brain plays. I'm gonna just go back in time and kill myself. Just to stop myself from existing. Oh my god. What? What? Oh my... What? We're doing this again! We're doing this again! Are you fucking kidding me? Doing this again. Oh, why? That's... What? What?
そんな間違った理想は俺自身の手で叩き出す。
その考えがそもそもの元凶だ。お前もいずれ俺に追いつく時が来る。
そんなもの絶対に来るもんか。
そうか、確かに来ないな。ここで逃げないのならどうあれ貴様に未来はない。
ああ、いいんだ、セイバー。ありがとう。でもどうか下がっていてほしい。
Step aside, Saber. I'm about to kick my own ass. Oh my god. Can you keep up with my blade works? Unlimited blade works. That's the title of the next episode. Unlimited blade works. What a title drop. Oh my god. And that fucking cliffhanger! I was so infuriated that I was speechless with my mouth open the entire ending. That fucking cliffhanger. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, I don't fucking believe it. I can't believe it. This episode, guys, holy crap! Not a whole lot of action, but man, the dialogue, there's just so much juicy dialogue to dive into. I mean, I already knew all of this. I figured it out beforehand way long ago in like episode 10 or whatever. But it was just so nice to see Archer himself just spill the beans this episode for any retard who didn't manage to get it up until this point of the series, that somehow was watching with no mind, completely mind blank, absent-mindedly just watching this series like as if it was some brain-dead shonen, and they didn't piece together anything up until this point. Well, Archer's just gonna give it all to you. They're gonna spoon-feed you all the answers if you clearly were not thinking hard enough up until this point of the series. So Archer would reveal to everybody that he is indeed Heroic Spirit Emiya. He is Shiro Emiya's ideals realized in the future. He is essentially Shiro's perfect self in the future. Shiro and his dream of chasing after Kiritsugu's ideals of wanting to become champion of justice has been perfected in the form of Archer, becoming that heroic spirit, also known as a counter guardian. I still don't know what the heck a counter guardian is. I don't know what the heck this deterrent force thing is that Shiro mentioned that he made a deal with, that sold his afterlife to becoming essentially heroic spirit. I don't know what any of that is. That made no sense to me. But somehow Shiro, along the lines, based on what we saw from the very beginning of the episode, I guess he somehow found some kind of magical device. That's what it looked like. And he made a deal with it. It's almost like making a deal with the devil. He sold his afterlife to becoming essentially a never dying eternal spirit that could be summoned back to any time in the universe to go continue his dream of wanting to save the world. And well, what did he find at the end of the road? What did he find at the end of his long, futile journey of wanting to become a champion of justice? The same outcome that Kiritsugu had unfortunately found out and realized far too late. Shiro had to suffer the same damn freaking journey as Kiritsugu, trying to save everybody, trying to make sure that there was a future, that there was a world where no one, literally no one cried. Ugh, how ignorant, how naive, how delusional can you be of that sort of world that you, come on, even a 10-year-old could figure out that reality doesn't work that way. So what happened was Shiro ended up just spending an eternity being summoned back to every single point in time in human history to go deal with people's mess, to go clean up people's conflict. just spent the whole life basically acting like Kiritsugu, killing everybody in sight that served as a threat to mankind and the world in order to essentially save the majority. But I guess based on what Archer said and what was shown in the episode, all he got to do was just see the people he had to kill. He never got to see all the people that he ended up saving. Those people that he ended up saving probably didn't even know he existed. And those people that he ended up saving, you know, because they didn't know he existed, they wouldn't have gone up to him and showed him any gratitude and thanks and whatever, just to make him feel better, and also make Archer, aka make Shiro, you know, have some sense of proof that what he's doing is right, that there are people out there that he has saved and that are happy that what Archer did helped make the world a better place. And maybe if Archer saw those happy faces, maybe he would feel a bit happy, right? Because like what Shiro said, if other people are happy, then I'm happy. But Archer never got to see any of those happy people. All he got to see was just a wasteland of corpses from all the people that he had to end up putting down throughout his eternal service as a counter guardian. And he never got to see anyone that was actually saved, living their happy, carefree, blissful lives. All he got to see was the target, kills the target, moves on, finds the next target, kills the target, moves on. So essentially his whole afterlife was just seeing nothing but death. So imagine you wanting a world where no one cried, no conflict, everyone's just happy and just showing how much they love everyone and each other and the world. And instead, your reality was you just got to see the exact opposite. Nothing but death and destruction and despair. Yeah, I think that would drive somebody insane if they had to spend the next millennia doing that shit, okay, in the afterlife. So yeah, Shiro eventually lost it. Archer eventually lost it on his hill of swords. He's like, this wasn't the future I wanted. This wasn't the life I wanted. Fuck you, Kiritsugu, and your goddamn scam of a dream. I'm gonna go back in time now and off myself. And that's basically what Archer is doing right here. He's come back in time to go commit past life Sudoku so that hopefully he can stop existing in the future and he can just stop suffering this horrible life of endless cycles of death, being Kiritsugu 2.0. So that's basically the whole knowledge drop that Archer did on us throughout the majority of this episode. And then after that, he also mentioned to Saber's like, you're one to talk, right? Saber, who wants to undo their whole reign as king. Actually, come to think of it, isn't Saber basically... Well, I said previously that Saber is like Shiro. And Saber, therefore, is like Archer, with the whole regretting of life thing and wanting to undo their history because the end result wasn't what they wanted. But I just realized Saber, her ideals as king was to essentially make sure that no one was hurt, no one was suffering, and that her whole country was happy, right? The whole country was prosperous and everyone was enjoying their time under her reign. I know that's not the whole world, but I'm guessing the whole world, like I said previously, right, in my discussions about Fate Zero, what constitutes the world to Kiritsugu? Because in the last few episodes of Fate Zero, when he was being shown those hallucinations by the corrupted Grail, what does the world mean to Kiritsugu? It could either mean his family, or it could mean the actual world itself in a literal sense. Because that way, you can sense his inner subconsciousness of what the world truly means, which is his family, and therefore he would betray the Grail to protect his family, the world, or he would betray his family and protect the world, as in the literal world. So in this case, Saber is the exact same, right? So Saber, the world, it seemed to Saber, was her country, Britain, not the actual world itself. So she wanted her whole country to not suffer while she was king. So that's basically, she wanted the whole world, Britain, the whole world, to be saved while she was king, and therefore she failed to do that at the end of her reign when everyone started revolting against her and there was that civil war, and then she ended up, standing upon that hill of corpses. Oh my god, Saber's end is just like Archer's. She was just sitting on a hill of corpses at the end, just regretting her life. Oh my god, the mind blown I just had right now. What the fuck? So Saber wanting to undo her reign as king. I should have never become king. I failed to protect Britain. I failed to save the world, and in the end, all I did was sit upon a pile of corpses of death and destruction, and I just want to undo everything. Okay, I just want to off myself as king. She's basically Shiro. What the fuck? I know I said, like, you know, the whole regretting of their life thing was basically like Shiro and Archer, essentially, because Archer's Shiro, but her ideal is literally like Shiro. I just realized that right now. What the fuck? She essentially is like Kiritsugu as well, which is actually kind of ironic, really, considering how much she despised Kiritsugu in Fate Zero, but ultimately her life and her goals and whatever was literally how Kiritsugu chased after his life and his goals. But I guess to be honest, Kiritsugu, he already reached the end of that road, well, at least halfway through. He didn't fully reach the end of realizing that his dream was a mistake until the very end of Fate Zero, but he was still somewhat, you know, cynical of the world and how, you know, shit it was. But Saber was still pretty blinded and delusional about the way she lived. And then at the very, very end, when Kiritsugu finally realized that his whole life was a lie, that's basically where Saber ended up. Actually, no, that's even more ironic, because Saber ended up right at the end of where Kiritsugu ended up, right? But she wasn't really technically trying to be a champion of justice, so, I mean, okay, so Saber's not exactly like Shiro and Archer. Her ideal wasn't exactly like Shiro and Archer, because her world was just confined to Britain, and she couldn't save everybody in Britain. But I guess she didn't have to go through the whole endless cycle of killing in order to save people. Her end result was basically like Shiro and Archer's, not the process of getting there, okay? And similar to Kiritsugu, not the process of getting there, just an endless life of slaughter and remembering all of that slaughter and having it eat away at her for her entire life and eventually regretting it. She only just got to the end result of realizing that she couldn't save her own world and wanted to undo it all. So in a sense, she's still very, very much related and very much like a spitting image, a mirror image of these two ginger kids. One of which has lost all of their fucking hair from stress. At least all of the color of their hair from stress. And yeah. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how Saber's going to take all of this. I wonder if she figures out that staring at these two arguing at each other is literally like staring at herself in the face. Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun in the coming episodes. That was that bit, and I can't believe Shiro still doesn't know who Saber is. This entire freaking series so far, Saber I don't think has mentioned anything to Shiro about her past, right? From the moment she got summoned, I don't think Shiro knows anything about Saber in Unlimited Blade Works. And even when Archer was about to reveal it to her, she was like, "Stop! I don't want you to say anymore." And yeah, so Shiro right now still doesn't know who Saber is, but Archer knows who Saber is, but I don't know. I don't know how Archer knows who Saber is, because I know Shiro is Archer, and since Saber is Shiro's servant now, I'm guessing Archer remembers that, since Archer's from the future, so he remembers his past self. Somewhere along the lines, I guess Shiro finds out that Saber is King Arthur and everything about that, because I don't think Archer and Saber, when they've been in contact with one another, Saber's shown any revealment of her true identity to Archer. At least I don't think so. I can't remember that from the top of my head. So that's that. And yeah, then we moved on to the cellar. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Rin just got bitch slapped by that blue-balled cunt, that blue-haired fuck. And then, well, luckily Lancer came in and then sucker punched him into the fucking pile of shit next to the wall. But then, oh, Kirei just comes in and then just knowledge drops and plot twists and grand reveals everything about his previous involvement in the war. And then he asked Lancer to kill himself. Oh, what is this? Diamond 2.0? Why is this Lancer now going to get fucking killed? Shafted. Literally shafted in the same way that Diamond got shafted in Fate Zero. Are all Lancers cursed to fucking kill themselves by stabbing themselves in the same way that all casters seem to simp over Saber like a madman? What the fuck? So Lancer's dead. Just like that. What the fuck? I'm not happy about that. Lancer actually had some significant screen time, and he just fucking died like that in like 2 seconds, and that's it. What kind of a way to send a character off is that? That's just so abrupt. That's just so sudden. Oh my god. Ah, fuck. At the very end, Shiro's like, I don't accept you. I don't accept the way that you came to realize the end of your life, because obviously the current Shiro hasn't experienced the future Shiro's suffering yet. So he's still a bit naive. He's still a bit ignorant. So he's still going to try and force upon his own blissful ignorance of Peace's dreams onto the future cynical, depressed, and mad and triggered as fuck Archer, aka his future self. And he's trying... Shiro right now, I guess, is trying to reset his future self and his future mentality. He's trying to show him right now that the beginning of the journey is still all happy, fun, and sunshines, and good times, and just forget about my future self suffering. I'm going to try and make my future self remember just how good of a time, how enjoyable, and how blissfully ignorant it was chasing after Kiritsugu's dream at the beginning of my life, and I'm just gonna try and make him forget about what happens at the end. Let's not fucking give a shit about what happens at the end of the journey. Let's just embrace all of the serotonin and all of the euphoria and all of the ecstasy and all of the enjoyment and feel-good factor of the beginning of the journey, chasing after the dream of becoming a champion of justice. Let's just keep trying to fool ourselves with the delusional effects of the beginning of an exciting journey and not worry about it dragging on and becoming a lie later on in life and eating away at you and driving you mad. Let's just leave that to one side. We're just going to circle jerk around the beginning where all the ecstasy and all of the feel-good factor is until, until it sinks in, and then we can live out our delusional life, not having to care about any negative repercussions of our futile pursuits, I guess. That's the only way I can see it. Next episode, man. Archer versus Shiro, it seems. These two are gonna duke it out, and Saber's gonna just probably go grab a deck chair and some popcorn and a soda, sit there and watch these two kick each other's ass. Just like what Shiro says. Step back, Saber. I'm gonna teach myself something. I'm gonna go kick my own ass. Oh, what a fantastic episode this was. Oh my god, my mind was blown left and right, up and down, all fucking directions, splattered all over the keyboard, all over my desk. It was a fantastic episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys. So yeah, that's it. That's all of my thoughts, guys, for this episode of Unlimited Blade Works. I hope you've enjoyed my reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so that you always be kept up to date with all the latest posts and uploads from me here on YouTube. Do the same thing for my other 2 YouTube channels. Links are given in the video description down below. If you haven't done so already, join the fucking Discord server, guys. Link is right down there in 2 places, description and the pinned comment. Click that link. Join the Discord server and join me and all of the other guys in there right now. Join this community, join my family, and then you can hang out with me and chat about anything you like in that Discord in real time all week long. As long as I'm not asleep, I can see it and I will respond back to you as soon as possible. And we could just have a jolly good time there in my server. I'll very much appreciate that, guys, if you do that. And finally, a big shout out to all of my patrons who are continuing to support me right now and showing me all their love and support for loving my content to such an extent that you're willing to show me that level of backing. Thank you all guys so much for being awesome. Continue being awesome. And to everyone else that hasn't subscribed yet, go check out my Patreon page. Link is given right down there. Have a browse as to all of the tiers I have on offer. Pick one that best suits you. For as little as $1.99, you can unlock my full library of uncut, unedited, perfect reactions that you will not find anywhere else. And just to clarify, it's my full reaction with the footage, okay? It's not just a black bar timer. You get to see the whole episode, watch along with me, and see the full thing. No cuts, no edits, no censors, no filters. It's the perfect experience, and you can start unlocking all of my episodes for as little as $1.99, guys. And you'll be directly supporting me in my pursuit to becoming a full-time content creator. If you do that, I'll be very, very grateful and very appreciative. Alright guys, so that's it. That's all of my thoughts for episode 19 of Unlimited Blade Works. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all very shortly for episode 20. Alright, but until then, that's it from me. Bye for now.